So what about the Blackman Johansson situation? Who would you pick, Matt?
I would go with the man that had the gloves in the league, which is Johansson. He'd not done anything to lose them. The only reason that Blackman should have come in for the Everton game is because it's a cup game, and he's this backup keeper. I think that's only fair. I think it would be very, very harsh on Johansson to take him out when he's done basically nothing wrong.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'm with you on that, and I had a conversation, which we'll talk about in a bit, with somebody else, another football fan last night, which we're going to put out, I think, at some stage, when we were talking about leaders on the pitch. And we struggled a little bit beginning of the season. I think, particularly before Woody came back in, we didn't really have any leaders within the team. And whilst I accept that he's only played 2 or 3 games, he is a leader. You know, he's what every defender wants from a goalkeeper. He never shuts up. He keeps berating. He keeps getting involved. And you know, he's a leader in that back. In that defensive unit, I'm talking about Johansson, obviously not Blackman. So yeah, I think he keeps his place. I feel for Jamal Blackman, I really do, and I think he's clearly a good goalkeeper. But I think even now, I think the injury that he sustained, the broken leg, I think that's probably affected him really badly psychologically. Because even now he's still lacking in confidence. So you know, but it is what it is. We've got to look at the bigger picture as we look at the team, don't we? And Johansson really has not done anything to lose his place, like you said.
Yeah, people give Blackman a lot of stick, Ben. I mean, I've checked out some stats. I know Johansson's only played 4 league games. Johansson, but Blackman has a higher save percentage. Johansson has a 58% save percentage, where Blackman's on 63, so it's quite close, I suppose. Maybe Blackman don't get the credit he deserves, because other than his kicking, he's not been that bad, has he?
It don't like, when I look at Johansson, I don't see a technically sound goalkeeper, right? But I don't see an eccentric one either. You know, I don't see I don't know who's an eccentric keeper nowadays. There isn't any. They're all Kasper Schmeichel, yeah, but he's technically sound. With the thing with Blackman, he makes some good saves, but it's just little things like coming out. He's really poor at coming out sometimes, like against the Everton game and the Bournemouth when we give away the penalty. But then he's really good other times, and I don't get it. So yeah, maybe the broken leg plays a factor, but I think Johansson, I think he's probably got a worse save of it because Blackman's faced more shots and he's had more. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Johansson only played 4 games. He can't judge really anything off 4 games. So, yeah.
But then you said that, but then that's I guess precisely what we're trying to do here, isn't it? You know, because we've not got a great deal to go on with Johansson. But like you say, I think he just instills that little bit more confidence than Blackman does. I think the stick Blackman's come in for is utterly unjustified, and some of it's been absolutely disgraceful. But you know, every football club has a section of supporters that just want to berate at least one player, don't they? It is what it is.
Johansson's kicking is his presence is obviously a big one. And I know Johansson in the Blackburn game, I think, a couple of wayward kicks. But for the vast majority of the time, Johansson's kicking is fantastic.
Yeah.
Whereas the vast majority of the time, Blackman's kicking is okay, but it's not brilliant, and it can be awful. Whereas Johansson is not. It's rarely so far been at the awful level for Johansson. It's mainly been at a very, very good level, whereas Blackman's just middle at best.
Yeah. I think the consensus has got to be, certainly if we're sticking his hand up and voting, I'll vote for Johansson.
Yeah, I think it's unanimous. And to be fair, I think it'd be, unfortunately for Blackman, it'd be unanimous for probably 95%. Well, that's not unanimous, is it?
That's right.
I would say the vast majority of Rotherham fans would pick Johansson. I think it has a lot to do with being ours. I think if it was the other way around and Johansson was on loan and Blackman was ours, I think a lot of people would want Blackman to play.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly. I think he'll still be staying for... Sorry, Matt.
I was going to say something we haven't mentioned is Josh Vickers. He's been on bench a couple of times.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Yeah. I think Blackman will be staying till the end of the season. I think that seems to be the consensus at the moment, doesn't it? Certainly from what Paul Davis has reported. So Josh Vickers may or may not get a chance. We'll have to wait and see. To be fair, when Josh Vickers were on bench, I think so were Blackman, weren't it? Or Johansson, I can't remember. We had 2 keepers on bench either way. So yeah, we'll see. Who knows? But yeah, Johansson for me.
Yeah, I think we're all agreed 100%.
I don't believe it. I swear I do not believe it.